putting too much into it. Yeah. Let's get this fire started. Sports became a passion. Convo bring it to life, highlighting all the action. Opinions could explode like a chemical reaction. If we started from the bottom, now rise up the newest caption. Man, it's known that every team and every person got an emphasis. But this that similarity that smokes all of our differences. Statements can get real, better back it up with evidence. Prove it for the record, watch this hour of deliverance. Haters outside the lines, but we do it quite frankly. Cause I'm around the horn, so just part the interruption. Cause the hatred they be spreading is an unwanted production.
What's up? Y'all know what it is. Buffalo Bills edition to Rise Up Early. I am your host, of course, Andre the Torch Robinson. Yes, and I'm going to be fire starting today. I got a special guest in the building. You see his background. I think you guys know who he is. Reigning for Baltimore all day long. The fire is even in his background. The fire is in his background. You feel me? Listen, it's Sam Sports Zone. BJ Simmons. What's good?
Hello, sir. How you doing? I'm not nearly as hyped as you are, but I'm gonna work on it.
All right, so listen. It's all good, baby. It's Sunday morning. Listen, I hope y'all got y'all coffee, y'all pancakes, sausage, eggs, all that good stuff. If you're eating bagels, if you got your French toast, whatever the case may be, I hope you already got your plate ready, and I'm hoping you sitting right down in front of this screen or in front of your screen, TV. Shout out to the OnPoint network. If you on Facebook, shout out to your phone and everything else that's going on. If you on your tablet, I hope you on that too. Listen, this show is about to get real. All right, it's gonna get real. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun. All right, I want you guys to like and share the show. We got a whole lot to talk about. We will talk about Tyler Bass to kick off the show. We will talk about some running back situations going on as far as fantasy is concerned. We'll talk about the top 5 players on your list. All right, top 5 Bills players on your list. We will talk about that, and we also will talk about the new additions. Brian Allen, we'll talk about him. We also will talk about TJ Yeldon. He's been escaping, and I got a lot to say about TJ Yeldon. All right, Q&A segment will kick off the show, and will be throughout the entire show. So if you want to, ask your questions, you got questions right now. Ask your question, BJ. Matter of fact, we're gonna let that. If you want to ask me any questions about the Buffalo Bills, or you got any comments about the Buffalo Bills off the jump before we get into our topics, the time is now, brother. You got the floor, my brother. What would you like to ask, or anything you would like to comment? Let's go.
I don't have any questions. So this is my first time on the actual Bills show. I'm not a fan of the Bills per se. I'm a fan of some of their players. I like Trey. I like Josh Allen. Y'all should have kept Tyrod.
Good way to start. Go ahead. Keep going.
I don't think Diggs is the answer for y'all, for all y'all prayers that y'all was looking for. But I mean, Diggs is okay. He's not the answer. Now, I mean, not trying to jump ahead, but now that y'all got a new physical corner, y'all should be a little bit better, I guess. But y'all gonna need that because Cam and Sanu, they not coming to play with y'all. Preston Williams not coming to play with y'all. Flacco and the Jets ain't coming to fucking play with y'all. Yeah. That's all I got for you right now.
Let me address a couple things right off the jump. Let me address a few things. Number one, Stephon Diggs. Let me address that. Stephon Diggs for Josh Allen, I think is a phenomenal addition because of what he adds as far as diversity in his routes, his route running. He's one of the best. He's got one of the best footworks in the entire NFL. If you watch, he's phenomenal off the line. His route running is crisp, is clean. He's got hands. His hands is pretty damn good. And for a guy who has been inaccurate as far as the long ball, which was last year, his 24% throwing the long ball. I think Diggs helps him a hell of a lot. And when you got Cole Beasley, it opens up Cole Beasley, and it also opens up John Brown, who last year had over 1,000 yards when an inaccurate 58% quarterback. So I think with that being said, I think he's going to do Josh Allen a lot of justice. I think he was a better pick than picking up Justin Jefferson, who they were looking for from LSU in the draft, or T. Higgins from Clemson, who I actually got to sit and watch again yesterday as I watched the replay of the national championship. Those guys, I think he's a better pickup. 26. He's more equipped with the NFL. He has more experience. So I mean, I like the Stephon Diggs pickup for them. I definitely do. Secondly, no, you didn't bring up the JETS. Just lose. Just end this season Jets again. No, you didn't bring up the just end this season Jets again. What have you looked at the reports? Le'Veon Bell's having a terrible training camp in which Adam Gase is getting blasted right now, plastered for that terrible, dismal job he is doing. Anything Adam Gase reeks dumpster juice. We ain't worried about the Jets. Not at all. I would say the Bills may be a little more worried about the Miami Dolphins. The Jets, nah, they ain't worried about the Jets. Something else I would mention too. That physical corner that you speak of, Josh Norman. That's the guy you speaking of, Josh Norman.
No. I wasn't. I forgot all about Josh Norman. I did forget all about Josh Norman though. But I was talking about Brian.
Oh, Brian Allen. Okay.
Yeah. That's why I said that I didn't want to jump too far ahead. But
okay.
I completely forgot all about Josh Norman though.
Oh, okay. All right. No problem. I think Josh Norman actually adds an element to the Bills defense. You know, he played under Sean McDermott. Matter of fact, his best seasons were under Sean McDermott. Is he a number one guy? No. Thank God Trey White signed. Thank God he ain't opt out, because that was a little scary. I know you heard about that earlier in the offseason. So I'm glad that he didn't opt out, but I think he's a really good number two guy. I think from what I've been hearing, he's been doing pretty good in training camp as well, Josh Norman. So he's fired up from what it looks like, and we're gonna take that in stride. Now, if you are on Facebook, like and share the show. Please like and share the show. I want to thank everybody for waking up early this morning to get your Buffalo Bills fix right here. Yeah. Mookie Hawkins should be in the building any minute now, but nevertheless, we will get to our topics because this is what we came for. With that being said, let's get to it. My man Tyler Bass is now the official kicker of the Buffalo Bills, obviously. He has won this job outright now. The Buffalo Bills released Steven Hauschka, a.k.a. House Money, a.k.a. Bounce Checks, last season. Yeah. So they have released him and got this young guy, phenomenal kicker. And if you watched him, I mean, this dude is making field goals from 60. So here's my question to you guys out there right now. And you can put it in the comment section. I'm going to read the comments in the comment section. Where does Tyler Bass rank this year among the field goal kickers? Do you see him in the top 5, in the top 10, or outside of the top 10? All right. You can give me a call here at 716-803-9517. That is the call line number. All right, 716-803-9517. All right, call in. Let me know what you think. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. Brad, what up? Robert, what up? Sasha, what up? Shout out to you. Good morning, Jay. Good morning. All right, I want to know, where are we ranking Tyler Bass? right now. Where are we ranking them? I tell you what, I'm gonna be honest with you, DJ. I'm gonna let you go ahead first, and then I'm gonna rebut off of you. Where do you see Tyler Bass being that
First of
he's
all,
new?
first of all, who ranks kickers?
We do. It's important.
Sir, kicker. Listen, even in fantasy football, I do not pick up a kicker. I do not pick up a kicker in fantasy football. It might be like 'cause I normally do like 5 leagues, so it might be like 2. I might have a kicker if I'm playing against in somebody else's league, but in mine, I don't pick up no goddamn kicker. That should be blank all year. I'm sorry, it'd be blank all year. So kickers, I'm sorry, it's actually titled punters are people too. Kickers are people too. So you have to respect them. But if your name isn't at the top of the list, the Adams, Justins, the
I like how you named your kicker.
what's the guy for the Patriots? The long one for the Patriots that been there forever, and the Colts. Oh, Adam, yeah, and but like people don't really know kickers. So in my eyes, if you're gonna throw the kick out there, especially a young kicker that don't nobody really understand or really watch, then automatically you're gonna rank them outside the top 10, unless you're a fan of that team. Then, or you got some inside knowledge, or you're just a fan of kickers. So you might be able to run our stats off, but kickers get overlooked every day. But kicker lives matters as well.
All positions matter. All positions matter.
Yeah, all of them. So I don't know coming in the league. I mean, you could do all that stuff in training camp when you out there in the fresh grass, ain't nobody around you, the wind just blowing. But as soon as you got that 20-yard field goal to win the game, and you got them big boys on the other side of that line, and he looking you dead in your eyes, and you start shaking and whatnot, I mean, you got to make that kick. So, yeah, I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna say he's gonna be ranked 11th. How about that?
Oh, okay. Right outside the top 10. Right outside the top 10 is where you're going. All right, that's cool. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm actually going to agree with what you just said, and here's why. The reason why I'm gonna agree with that is because I'm hoping the Buffalo Bills make house calls and not field goals. I think the biggest issue with the Buffalo Bills has been for the last couple of years is point production with the offensive coordinator and Brian Dabble. 19 points is not getting it. Okay, when you drive the ball down the field, you want to finish off a drive. You want to finish the drive, and you want to punch those house calls in. You got to make house calls. And now that you got Stephon Diggs, I think it's going to be a little easier to make some house calls. I see a lot of first and goals. I see a lot of short game, short possessions, 3-4 play possessions where the Bills will be punching it in this year. So I do not want to see Tyler Bass in the top 5 in kicks. I do not want to see him making 30 kicks this season. Maybe 30 extra points. We can get 30 or more extra points, but as far as the field goal kicks, I don't want to see that. I don't care if his foot is good from 60. I want to see Tyler Bass on the receiving end of dun, 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 a touchdown when the Bills shout music come on, all right? If you're a Buffalo Bills fan, by the way, if you the Bills mob you, put some lights on the
I didn't know what that was. I thought she was choking or something. I didn't know. I thought she was crying out for help.
Got jokes. My man got jokes in here today. Listen, he'll know what the Bills song is at the end. Trust me, he'll know. We'll play it for him a couple times just to reiterate what the Bills do. Nevertheless, I don't want to see this guy in the top 10. I don't. Not at all. I don't. Not yet. Not ever, to be honest with you. Here's another thing, too. 20 points, to me, has been the magic number for the Bills. If the Bills can keep teams from scoring 20 points, it's been good. But I need the Bills to score 27 to 30 points per game this year. I don't want to see the 21s and 22s. All right? You got Stephon Diggs. You have John Brown. You have Cole Beasley. You have Devin Singletary, who averaged 5.2 yards a carry last year, and you have Zach Moss, who is a big 6'2", 220 physical runner, who's probably going to be your punch it goal line runner. I need you to punch. I need you to punch it. All right? I need you to punch it. All right? So, with that being said, we're going to move on. Done talking about Tyler Bass. Congratulations to him. Now, again, 716-803-9517 is the number right here on Buffalo Bills, edition to Rise Up Early. All right, 716-803-9517. We are going to talk about the better fantasy football choice, since Sam Sports knows all about fantasy football, and he doesn't pick kickers when he plays fantasy football. So let's indulge a little bit on these running backs. All right, we got Zach Moss on one side and Devin Singletary on the other. Who will be the better fantasy football choice to you?
So, all right, do y'all rotate y'all backs? Is it situational football? Is Singletary a 3-down back?
Nah, I don't think Singletary's a 3-down back yet.
All right, so what is Zach role in the offense?
So Zach Moss just came in. Obviously, they just drafted him 3rd round, but they drafted him 3rd round for a reason. Out of Utah, phenomenal guy, big guy who can move his feet. He can run in between the tackles. Really good on yards after contact. I see this dude, to be honest with you. I see him in the goal line game a lot. I see him on 3rd down, 3rd downs and shorts, goal line game, et cetera, et cetera.
All right. I don't know. I don't know. I guess the safe bet to answer the question would be with Singletary. He knows the offense. He has a position already established. Zach Mark, I said Zach Mark. Zach is working on securing his actual spot. So I mean, he might get thrown in there from time to time, but you're not looking at a solid pickup. You know what I mean? Like if you draft him, then you gotta keep up with the team, watch the notifications to see when his name will be called. You know what I mean? Or you might throw him in the flex spot. But yeah. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna have to go with Singletary.
Another good comment. Good morning. Letitia, what up? Letitia, she said kicker lives matter. Yes, they do. Kickers' lives do matter. Of course they matter. All right. Like and share the show, by the way. Like and share. All right. We got some more comments. Let me see. Okay, thank you, Tavon, for sharing that. Appreciate you. Yep, absolutely. Here's my thought on this situation. Devin Singletary is a 1st and 2nd down back. Obviously, averaged 5.2 yards a carry. He gives you the ambiance of a LaShawn McCoy. His footwork, phenomenal footwork. Here's where I have the issue, and this is where I would pick Zach Moss. The issue I have is the fact that Singletary is not a 3rd down back. Will Singletary probably get the yards? Yeah, but where it counts in the touchdowns, that stat that gives you 6 points usually when you playing fantasy football. I think Zach Moss is the type of guy who will have 2 touchdowns, maybe 30, 40 yards a game, in which adds up to 16 points. Unless Devin Singletary is going to run for 130 yards, I think Zach Moss might be the better fantasy football choice, just because on goal line situations, this guy's going to punch the ball in, which is going to give you a quick 6 automatically. Devin Singletary is going to be your first and second down back. So if he's not the third down goal line back, or he's not the goal line choice on first down, first and goal, it's tough. It's tough because one's going to be better in yards, one's going to have more attempts, the other one's going to have more goal line opportunities, in which more opportunity for points. So I'm gonna go with Zach Moss. You guys in the comment section can definitely comment on it, or you can call 716-803-9517. Let me know what you think. Do you think it will be Devin Singletary, or do you think it will be Zach Moss? Put it in the comments. All right, put it in there. Robert Leader said the running backs are a 1-2 punch. Agreed. Marcus Betts said, I told y'all Singletary is too small to be the workhorse. Marcus said Singletary is a third down back. Nope, not in this situation. He won't be. Singletary will be the first and second down back. Zach Moss will be the third down back in this scenario this year. Moss helps in goal line. Moss is also a closer. Punish teams at the end of the game. Yeah, I can agree. I can agree with that. I can see that. I can see that, and I think that's what the Bills are thinking. Later on, we're gonna talk about another running back who I honestly you'll get my synopsis on him shortly. All right, so I'm taking Zach Moss. All right, moving right along. Top 5 players to watch on the Buffalo Bills. Top 5 players to watch. If you are on Facebook, make sure you like and share the show. All right. If you are on the OnPoint network, make sure you tune into it. All right. Make sure you tune in. We appreciate your participation in our shows and supporting our shows. All right. Now, I just got a photo sent to me. Nice. We will talk about Brian Allen shortly. BJ over here working. BJ over here working while being on the show. Gotta love it. BJ, top 5 Bills players to watch. What do you think? Who should we be watching on the Bills team?
All right, now I'm gonna say this because it's contract year. I'm gonna say Trey White. I mean, as of right now, what he's done already, he's already set to be paid as one of the highest cornerbacks. Can he improve on that? Goddamn right. Can he mess that up? Goddamn right. So, contract year is always, is pressure. You can't mess up. You already looking at who right now? The Dolphins got both the highest paid cornerbacks, right? I think they had like 16. I think that's where they're at right now. So
talking about Xavier Howard and Byron Jones.
Yes. Yeah, and only one of them should have got paid that much, but we ain't gonna talk about that. So if you're looking at Trey White, then you're looking at least 17 and a half. Don't disrespect me with anything less. You know what I mean? So, but let's say he go out there and he give up 10 touchdowns. Now you're looking at like 15, maybe 16. I don't know. But your whole resume has got to speak for itself. And Trey White is already set to get paid. But yes, he can mess that up. But this would be a great year to watch. Even though we got so many roadblocks in the way right now, you got to play without the hype of the fans, and you got to get it done. Josh Allen has so many question marks on him. Y'all went and got him, arguably number 1 receiver. So he has help now. He has more help in the running game. I don't know exactly what y'all did with y'all line. Josh Allen was out there putting the team on his back last year. When things started falling apart, he took the ball and he went with it. I really want to see what Josh Norman will be like. I just want to see, can he get back to where he used to be, because then back in Carolina, it was no fly zone, and I'm more of a defensive person regardless. So, um, yeah, I want to see what Josh Norman can really do. Um, I'm mad that we got rid of John Brown. I really liked him. I was talking to one of my coaches, and he was saying that he's scared of contact. That's why he can't catch the ball across the middle. I don't necessarily agree. I think Flacco had an off year that year, but not here nor there. So I really like John Brown. And for the last spot, um, I don't know. I don't know who else I actually really, really want to see. Really want to see. I mean, I don't really care about Diggs. I don't. Diggs is going to be Diggs regardless of where he at. As long as he stay injury free. So I'm not really sitting out waiting. Yeah, man. Yeah, I want to see how many points he's going to give me and all that stuff like that. But yeah, that's mine. Sorry, I'll give you 4.5.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. So here's 5 players. Let me read the comment section real quick. Marcus Betts said Josh Allen, Trey White, Ed Oliver, Tremaine Edmonds, and Stephon Diggs. Said Denver was no fly zone, not Carolina. Said Marcus Betts. But nevertheless, here's my 5. Make it real simple. Devin Singletary is number 1 to me. I need to see if can he follow up year 1 with year 2 with 1,000 yards. I talked about him having some yards. I think he's going to have some yards. I think the offensive line is definitely improved. And with the fact that you have Stephon Diggs, John Brown, and Cole Beasley in a 3 wide receiver set, that opens up a lot of room to run the football when you have wide receivers as such. My second guy, obviously, is Josh Allen, because I want to see if Josh Allen can throw for over 60%. I need Josh Allen to throw for over 60% of his passes and complete them. There's no excuses now. Brian Dabble has no excuses. Neither does Josh Allen this year. They've been working very hard in the offseason, from what I know. Josh Allen has been throwing the ball with a lot more accuracy from what I've been hearing. So it will be interesting to see when those guys are on the other side of that offensive line, staring down Josh Allen's neck, to see how much of a better improved quarterback Josh Allen has become, especially with reading defense and being able to audible into certain plays. Because to be very honest with you, I think it's part of the reason why they did not win the playoff game last year. There's no reason why they should have been throwing go routes to fullbacks in a playoff game where Devin Singletary is 5.2 yards carry and eating up the Houston Texans. So with that being said, I want to see how much better Josh Allen has gotten in the play calling game and being able to adjust, being able to make the correct reads, things of that nature. Also, I need him to not fumble and turn over the ball as much. I need him definitely to work on that. So he's number 2. Trey White obviously is number 3, because I want to see how he really responds and reacts to the fact that the Buffalo Bills, well, I won't say Bills Mafia because they're not Bills Mafia. No way would you harm or put your player or put the team in jeopardy by making stupid comments as such that would make him question whether he wants to play for the team. I would like to see what he does. He gave up 0 touchdowns last year, by the way. So to say he might give up 10, brother, I don't know about that. He ain't Marcus Peters. Then again, Marcus Peters is really good, so I won't knock Marcus Peters. I'm giving Marcus Peters his props, but Marcus Peters ain't Trey White. Trey White, 0 interceptions, 6 touchdowns. 6 interceptions last year, gave up 0 touchdowns last year. Um, I think he should have been ranked the best cornerback in the league. But we all know that Stephon Gilmore got that. We'll talk about that shortly as well. Number four is going to be another defensive player, and then I'm looking at Josh Norman. I am, because I think if he's 70% of the player he was in Carolina, I think that the Buffalo Bills have one of the best secondaries in football, in which we will talk about that later on as well. So again, if you want to call in, you got comments, 716-803-9517 is definitely the number you want to call. Conrad Cushman, what's good, my brother? I'm going to inbox you shortly, Conrad. Let's see. I think we got a caller from Chicago, Illinois on the line. Caller, what's up? Okay. Anyway, moving right along. Again, the call line number is 716-803-9517, not 716-255-7085. Use that number unless the call line is busy. All right. Now, getting back to it. Number four, I said it's Josh Norman, right? Number five, my final. And this is going to be very interesting. Folks are going to be like, huh? Why would you pick him? Number 5 is Micah Hyde. Number 5 is Micah Hyde for the simple fact that Jordan Poyer got paid. And don't think in the back of Micah Hyde's mind, being the Batman of the team. There we go. Caller, what's going on? You from Illinois, what's up? Keep doing that. I don't know who calling, but nevertheless. All right. Don't think in the back of his mind, he's not like, how come I didn't get an extension? Jordan Poyer got paid $20 million, 2 years, and he's not the Batman of the secondary. Micah Hyde is the Batman of the secondary. All right, so that's in the back of his mind. I want to see how he balls out. Does he ball out and say, "Hey, Buffalo, now you paying attention? You gonna pay me?" Or do I need to go to a team like Baltimore who might need to save? Because Earl Thomas just left.
Maybe.
All right. Maybe. All right. he said maybe, maybe we might need him. Maybe we don't. All right. Moving right along. What are your top 5 players? Put them in the comment section. All right. Put them in the comment section. I'm reading the comments. What's up? Jonathan Smith. What's good? Marcus Betts. You done said good morning like 3 times already. Either get your butt on this show and talk football and stop with all the pleasantries. Gosh darn it, how many times you gonna say good morning? I seen you say good morning like 3 times already. We know you here. The alpha's in the house, by the way. I'm messing with you a little bit. All right. Gets to my next topic. Trey White. This is on the top 100 list, by the way, y'all. This is on the top 100 list. I feel like this is white disrespectful. Quite disrespectful for a couple reasons. By the way, we're going to talk about these 3 players being on the list, and I want you to add players who you think should have been on the top 100 list for the Buffalo Bills. All right, we're going to start with Trey White. Trey White obviously was number 47 on the list. 47, y'all. 47. All right. How many people would think that he's a better corner than Stephon Gilmore? Do you think he's a better corner than Stephon Gilmore?
I mean, the argument is there. I mean, I think they're side by side. I like Trey a little more than I like Gilmore because Trey don't play for the Patriots. I don't really like the Patriots, but I mean, I have respect for him, but I would pit Trey over top of Stephon.
Okay, so you would put Trey over Stephon Gilmore.
Right.
All right. Interesting. Interesting that you say that. Do you know where Stephon Gilmore is on the top 100 list?
He's in the top 10, I believe.
Put in the comment section right now if you know where Stephon Gilmore is on the top 100 list. I find it quite interesting, to be very honest. And yes, I'm appalled by it, by the way. The fact that he was named Defensive Player of the Year was kind of appalling, too. When I got to watch John Brown blow the top off of him last year.
I mean, the guy from the Dolphins did it too. Devontae. I mean, but they're divisional games though, so you know how to play your opponent. I mean, y'all study each other, y'all play each other all the time. So I mean, I hope you would know how to play your opponent. You know what I mean? So I mean, getting beat by a divisional opponent is not that bad. Like, not trying to jump to the AFC, but AJ Green only have good games versus the Ravens. Like, he only beat the hell out of the Ravens. He go anywhere else, he have an average game. When he play the Ravens, AJ Green, promise you, putting up 400 yards, like 8 touchdowns every goddamn game. But yeah, I mean,
interesting that you say that. Dennis Holmes got the correct answer, by the way.
Huh?
I said Dennis Holmes got the correct answer, by the way. It's number 9.
Yeah, that's because he was on the show.
Number 9. Do you see the number Trey White is at? 47. And Gilmore was number 9. Yet Trey White is better than him. So I say that to say this because I can't stand when people have Bills bias or hate against the Buffalo Bills because they're Buffalo Bills and people feel like they're a small market team. Please judge people by their performance. Trey White last year was a game changer. In fact, Trey White stole games from teams last year, Miami being one of them. I was there. You got to get this guy more credit. Played more snaps, gave up no interceptions. No touchdowns, even in the playoffs. Had 6 interceptions, the same amount of turnovers as Stephon Gilmore. And he's a straight lockdown. And they play 2 different ways. Stephon Gilmore is the more zone corner guy type of guy. He's not really equipped or best in man. And Trey White is I will be on that AWS type of guy where I'm following you. All right. Now, BJ, I don't know if you have a difference of opinion on what type of corner you like. Do you like the corners that follow? Because I know you're a coach. I know you're a football coach. Do you like the corners that follow, or do you like the corners that, play the zone game?
Well, I like the corners that actually follow, like no fly zone. We are breathing the same air. I'm putting my hand in your back pocket, and we going together. And that's how I always tell my kids. And one day, one of the kids actually tried to put his hand in somebody's pocket, and I was like, "Come on, yo! Like, you got to listen to what I say, not what I say."
Literally.
But the whole NFL top 100 list was off. I think they took the list in the beginning of the season. But I mean, it was just a little off. But you ranking Trey White, if you're going to pit Gilmore at 9, then you got to pit Trey White in the top 15.
Thank you.
It got to be somewhere close.
There's now we're talking. You're talking my language. Now you're talking my language. Ramona, the show's been on for 40 minutes. All right. 40 minutes. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. You didn't miss too much, Ramona. In fact, I'll call you after the show. We'll talk. I'll talk. Yep. Thank you, Dennis. The whole list is BS. Ron, said, let's go Bills. Absolutely. Shout out to my brother, Ron Enix, too. Shout out to you as well. We are Enix strong as we do this show. We are Enix strong. All right. So Shout out to Ron Enix. Stephon Diggs is 54. My question is, where do you rank Stephon Diggs? I know you the guy that keeps saying during the show, I ain't really worried about Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs gonna do Stephon Diggs stuff. But where do you really have him ranked?
Well, I'm trying to pull up my NFL Top 100 list to see exactly where all the wide receivers were. But this is slow. I don't know what. But Diggs is. He had help in Minnesota. He had Thielen out there with him. So he wasn't out there by himself. He wasn't like Hopkins. Hopkins was out there by himself, and he had to make plays. He was the go-to receiver. And Diggs got a name because you had to decide who you was going to watch. Watch Diggs or you was going to watch Thielen. And not taking nothing away from him. But wide receivers stand out when they by themselves. They're in a system by themselves, and they're the only big name receiver that they actually have, and you have the eyes on you. I don't think he's a top 10, maybe top 15, but I just don't. Maybe I'm hating. I don't know, but he just not for me. You know what I mean?
I don't think you're hating, but I got the list for you. Here's the list. Can you see this?
Uh-huh.
All right. Look at the list. Michael Thomas, number one, obviously, from what they think. Number one. D-Hop 2. Julio 3. Now we talking wide receivers. Tyreek Hill 4. Mike Evans 5. Chris Godwin 6. Amari Cooper 7. Stephon Diggs would be the 8th wide receiver in the top 100. He's the 8th receiver in the top 100.
See, if you're doing it like this, I guess it might make sense. But I would pick Devontae Adams over him.
Oh, interesting.
He might match up with Odell Beckham. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't say that he's a top 10 receiver in the league. But if you're going through the list and he falls in the 8th receiver on the list, that might make a little bit of sense. But Devontae Adams still has to go over top of him.
Okay, so this is what I will say. Chris Godwin is not over Stephon Diggs. I don't care what nobody got to say. You can stop that right now. He's not over Stephon Diggs.
You said Godwin?
Yeah, Chris Godwin is not.
Sir, stop that.
He's definitely not.
Godwin,
if you want to talk about having help, if you want to talk about having help, Godwin's got a lot of help in Tampa. Let's be clear. Mike Evans, yeah.
Okay, and Stephon Diggs didn't have help in Minnesota when he had Adam Thielen on the other side of him.
I didn't say that, but let me ask you this question: would you say Adam Thielen is better than Mike Evans?
No.
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
No.
Oh, okay. No. Exactly. That's where. Yeah.
No,
thank you.
But just saying he doesn't have help.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Whoa. Alphabets. I didn't say he didn't have help. I didn't say that. I said he's not better than Stephon Diggs. That's what I said. And I'm glad that the alphabets is in the house. What's good?
The other thing what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Here's the other thing you have to look at. You have to look at quarterback too, because your quarterback makes you too sometimes. Your quarterback makes you too sometimes, which is why I've always put DeAndre Hopkins way up there, because this guy was performing with Matt Schaub. He was performing with Case Keenum. He was performing with Brandon Weeden in Houston, he was still putting up 1,100 yards. So your quarterback having the ability to read a defense and get you a ball when you're supposed to get it, that makes a difference too.
Understandable.
Just
Understandable.
saying.
But here's the only thing I'm gonna say about that, and people may not like me for this one. But I'm a fire start on this one. There's not a whole hell of a lot of difference between the Kirk Cousins before last year and Jameis Winston, to me.
Say it one more time.
You heard what I said.
No, I didn't know. It was something. It was a mishap somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll say it again. There's not too much difference as far as quality of quarterback and who is better or who's not between Jameis Winston and Kirk Cousins.
Just last year.
Last year's Kirk Cousins was probably the best Kirk Cousins I've ever seen. But let's be clear. Jameis Winston and coaching is important too. Correct. Hold on. You say that quarterbacks matter, but coaching also matters. Let's be clear. Jameis Winston hasn't had that at all. At all. Let's be clear on that.
Bruce. Whoa. Here you go. So here, whoa.
He had who?
He had a Bruce Arians, quarterback whisperer. Stop it,
sir. Hold on. Watch this. How many? Whoa! How many yards did? And this is a Buffalo Bills show, so I'm gonna leave it at that and keep it moving. But how many yards did Jameis Winston have last year with Bruce Arians?
5,000.
That's what. That's my point. Did I just say coaching matters? I just say coaching?
But they was a passing team.
Yeah, he had his worst year. He had his worst year statistic. I mean, he had a lot of passing yards. I think he led the league in passing as far as yards. But he had 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. Bruce Arians has coached Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck has coached Ben Roethlisberger. He has coached a lot of good players. And then Jameis Winston throws 30.
Real quick. What running game did he have last year? Because I guarantee you, if he had Dalvin Cook, we wouldn't be talking right now. It wouldn't be no reason to even be talking right now. Let's be clear on that. Stop it. Let me move to Josh Allen since we're talking quarterbacks now. Quarterbacks, Josh Allen, 87. How do you feel about Josh Allen? And should he be on the list?
I mean, I think it's a good spot for him. I mean, one, he get the respect that he deserves. He don't deserve to be up there. I don't know about top 50. He wasn't one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, but he up there. He got 87.
Yes,
he got the respect he deserves.
Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you. And a lot of people are going to probably get annoyed with me again. Why does it show I'm typing under Rise of Family page? I don't know who's typing under the page, but I see your name, BJ. To have Hill in front of Mike Evans is horrible. Evans and Hill both played 12 games. Mike Evans' stats are tremendously ahead of Hill. Yeah, absolutely. Didn't say that. Is this guy gonna say Diggs ain't gonna do nothing in Buffalo? You're hating. OMG. Okay. Yeah. Whoever's typing under the Rise Up Family page, that's fine and dandy. I don't know who it is. I think it's Devon. It sounds like Devon. It might be Devon or one of them. That's the admin that's typing under the name. It's cool. This is what I will say. I think, to be very honest, Josh Allen, and this is going to be tough because I think some other Bills players should have been on this list, but I think Josh Allen, they would have did Josh Allen a service by not putting him on the list.
Why don't you say what really needs to be said?
You heard what I said, Marcus.
All right, I'll say it. If you won't say it, then I'll say it. Josh Allen is not a top 100 player. How about that? He's not a top 100 player. He's not. He is not a top 100 player.
Oh, it's Ramona. Okay.
He's not a top 100 player. Does he have the opportunity to prove it this year? Does he have the opportunity to prove it this year? Yes, he does. He's really gonna get an opportunity because he plays against some elite defenses this year. I cannot wait to see him play against some of these elite defenses, and we're going to find out about Josh Allen. I get people in my inbox every day. Oh, man, did you see Josh Allen? He's out there throwing the ball around. Everybody looks good in shorts and T-shirts. When the bullets start flying for real, pardon the pun, and he's facing against the San Francisco 49ers defense, and Nick Bosa is screaming off the edge at him, that elite 49er defensive line, when they come after him, we're going to see what type of player he is. We're going to also see Stephon Diggs' mentality when Josh Allen overthrows him or throws it behind him. It doesn't get the ball to him when he's wide open. Now you saw Stephon Diggs cuss out Kirk Cousins last year. We saw that. You did see that, right? When he went off on him. Who was the most inaccurate quarterback in the league last year? Say it. It was Josh Allen.
It was Josh Allen.
So we're gonna see about that. Right now, at this stage in his career, Josh Allen's not a top 100 player. He's not.
All right. Shout out to Mookie Hawkins, who usually is on the show. Bill's World. This is something he created. This is something he created. We want to talk about Brian Allen, that physical corner that my man here, Sam Sports, is in the house, y'all. BJ Samuels is in the house too, man. It is good to have him here. He's been hilarious on the show today. Hilarious, but at the same token, respected, professional. Love it, man. Yo, BJ, by the way, I'm here to say right now, bruh, I'm gonna love inviting you to more of these shows.
Not at 8:30, sir. Not at Sunday 8:30 in the morning, sir. This is
sir. Not at 8:30 in the morning. He up wide awake though. I'm like, hold on. What are you drinking right now? Are you drinking some coffee and just stay up or something?
For me? No, I don't drink coffee. Can I say this real quick? Off topic. So everybody see that Yannick got traded, right? For a second and a fifth to the Vikings. So he actually took a $4.5 million pay cut off his franchise tag just to get traded. That's how bad he wanted to get out of it.
Yeah, I would want to get out of there too.
No.
I would want to get out of there too. I mean, Brian Allen wanted to get out of there too. Brian Allen just got signed to the Buffalo Bills. What do we think about this pickup? Does this say anything about the cornerback position in Buffalo? Is there an issue? Is this why they picking up extra corners, or are we signing for depth? I think this is a depth move, to be honest with you. I personally think it's a depth move. When we look at Brian Allen, he's 23. All right, he's 23, definitely. Pac-12 guy. You know what they say about Pac-12? They don't play no defense. I'm not answering no calls from Illinois because every time I answer, you guys end up ding, ding, ding. Oh, here we go. We got Cold Front in the house. What's up, Jeremy? Hey, Jeremy. Listen, I got an invite for you coming. I got an invite. By the way, shout out to Jeremy Montgomery. Cold Front Report. Really dope Bills news source. Definitely would love to have him come on so we can talk some more because we like to indulge. We like to have fun. We like to bring people on. And I want his thoughts too. And it shows who's banging this week too. Shout out to Lorenzo Alexander too, who was on Cold Front. Shout out to him. So Chuck Thomas, what up? Also, Chuck Thomas, Buck Flair is in the house too. What's up? All right. Moving right along. But Brian Allen, I think this is a good pickup for depth. I think he's like a fourth guy, like somebody you're going to use in different situations. Let's see what happens. I mean, Leslie Frazier has that defense plan, right? Right? So it's even better to add more to a secondary that's the top secondary in the league, right?
Where was y'all ranked last year?
Sir, they ranked number 2 in
Number 2.
secondary.
All right. So who did y'all lose in the offseason?
Nobody.
They lost guys on their defensive line, not really on the not in the secondary.
Yeah, they lost Jordan Phillips,
you know,
Shaq Lawson on the defensive line.
So
And
who's y'all
replaced
add?
them. Who's the edge?
No, who do y'all add to y'all defense?
Oh, well, they added Mario Addison. They added Oliver. No, Vernon. Yeah, Vernon. Vernon. They
Josh
added Josh Norman. We got a caller. Caller, what's up? See. Anyway,
don't nobody want to talk this morning.
they don't want to talk this morning. They want to call. Again, the number is 716-803-9517. And we are like 2 minutes away from ending the show. So we will discuss more. There will probably be an overtime show today. I'm just going to put that out there. There will probably be an overtime show today. All right? We got to move on. We got to talk about this guy with the last 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes, because he's been escaping. He escapes damn near every week, and I ain't letting him escape this week. TJ Yeldon. I'm hearing TJ Yeldon might be the third back on the roster. I ain't liking it. I like Christian Wade. I know he's gotta learn some things, but I ain't liking Mr. Fumble Rooster. I think that the only reason why they're keeping him is because he can catch the ball off the backfield, and he's a big physical specimen. Whatever the world that means.
I think they're also keeping him because of pedigree. A lot of times they can say what they want. A lot of times they look at the program that you came out of, and that helps save you sometimes. TJ Yeldon played at Alabama, so that's going to give him a little bit. He's going to get more consideration than a Christian Wade, who's converting over from rugby.
Mm-hmm.
I want a guy who's played football his whole life. I want a guy who's played football his whole life than somebody who's trying to convert into a sport. That's just me.
Right. Absolutely. Jeremy, if you still watching, I'm gonna hit you after the show. We got to do an OT show or something. We got to. 1 hour is just not enough time. But with that being said, our time is ready.
Yeah. Let's get this fire started. Sports became a passion. Convo bring it to life, highlighting all the action. Opinions could explode like a chemical reaction. If we started from the bottom, now rise up the newest caption. Man, it's known that every team and every person got a nemesis. But this that's